So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. So that'll back him up 5. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold completes it to Norwood. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
The throw by Darnold, hauled in by the tight end Herndon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, Darnold. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
That is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
198. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Here. Hey, orbit. 198.
Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. He's chucking. He's red 80. Here we go.
Back to throw, Darnold. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That's going to be caught. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. 98. Watch 98.
Now this time Wentz will throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
198. Watch 98. 74.
Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Wentz's pass, intended for Dallas Goedert, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A first down throw, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yes, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And this is caught by Watkins. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards.
First down, Jets.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Okay, double up.
Darnold from the red zone now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw is Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On play action, it's Wentz. On the move to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Mike 51.
Ready?
Here we go.
Shit. Under 10. 6-6, pull it high.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. A gain of 39 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Let's find 7.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, man. Watch the scoop.
Here's Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Great. 2-jet.
52's the mic. Watch Mike.
Bravo.
Let's see what you got. Mike 52. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
We're outside.
56. Check 56. Watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
And 3 yards to go.
Here we go. Waiting.
Let's go, heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Working from the gun. Wentz looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Let him know.
Waiting.
Check nipple.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And it's 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
You got tight. Young lady.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike 54. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Slam, slam, slam. Save, save, save. Man, 80.
Play action. It's Darnold. On the crossing route, complete. It's Holloway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First down, New York.
Here we go, son.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Dude. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, Rip 5-2, out here. Let's go, let's go.
On play action, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz going to throw. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try to draw Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quentin Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Tonight's final score, Eagles 13, Jets 7.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name.